Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your next 4 big changes in 2024. I have a little bit of a weird scheduling thing going on, so I had to do a random reading because it's too early to do mid-monthly reading, so that's why we're doing this. But you have this frog card and this mouse for your first change here. Mice are like very, it's a card of being concerned too much with like the little issues, or at least that's what I'm getting. That's not the only thing that it represents. The mice can represent, kind of making slow progress and, things like that. But I almost feel like it's more saying that, there's like a need for big picture energy here is kind of like what I'm getting here. The frog can, frogs are really good cards. The frogs represent like abundance, and they can represent transmutation as well. They go through a metamorphosis. So, a lot of you could be going through a change. Your card, the Temperance card, is a card of a metamorphosis. It is a card of alchemy, turning one thing into another. So, for a lot of you, you could be going through a metamorphosis or some sort of change here, but it's almost like, I kind of feel like this first row is saying that you can sense something is coming. It's like, frogs can sense that rain is coming before it even shows up. So, it's almost like you can sense a change is coming, or you can sense that there needs to be some sort of change. And this could be kind of causing you to focus more on the bigger details, or there is something here about needing to focus on the bigger details in your life. I feel if you do that, obviously that'll be good for you, especially with this first row here. So let's see what's going on for you. Again, you have this mouse and this frog. I feel like you need to see the big picture. I think if you're worrying about things as well, that you should stop worrying about things with the mouse card. I actually think things are kind of going in a really good direction here, but worrying is definitely not going to help. You have the 4 swords, the 9 of wands, and the 6 of cups. 4 swords, of course, is a card of recovery, so some of you could be going through recovery or just healing in life in general. You could also be hoping and praying for blessings. There's a person right here in the stained glass window who's blessing the other person here. And not only that, you end with this bless card. So there clearly could be blessings coming in for you at this time. You have the 9 of wands here. 9 of wands is a card of putting up boundaries. And I'm just looking to see what else is going on here. But, the 9 of wands is about having healthy boundaries and also not giving up, continuing after a period of time where you feel like you want to give up, but it says don't give up, right? So I feel a lot of you need to keep pushing forward. You do have divine counterparts here, Emperor and the Empress. You also have this main male card and this Thief card. So I feel like for some of you, maybe a past person you feel, and it doesn't have to be a male, whatever you're into, but, maybe you feel like a person stole things from you or stole from you just in general. And now you could be like worried about it. I think that it's worse than that though, honestly. I don't think the reading is bad. I think what happened is bad. It's like sometimes I think, if like someone just leaves you and they don't really tell you, and like they don't really fill in the details or, things like that, or you don't really know what happened, I almost feel like that's worse because it makes your brain like come up with stories, or you try to put the pieces of the puzzle together, but you don't really know. So you could be making it worse or not as bad as it actually was. So there's no real like closure. So, I kind of feel like there has been a damaging situation like that, which it is very damaging, if you went through that. So, I'm sorry if we went through that, but it does look like, and I do think it causes, future trust issues, of course, right? So I would make sure you're healing, of course, because, I also believe that we shouldn't punish, future people for past people's mistakes. So if you're not ready, you're not ready. But, I kind of feel like some of you could be putting boundaries up because of that. You do have the 6 of cups here, can represent thinking about the past. I kind of feel like this is forward movement, though. Sometimes, I read the 6 of cups very differently than most people. To me, it doesn't represent going back to the past. Even most tarot books, like, Golden Tarot, Cat Black version, for example, she said, in that book, it says, don't go back to the past. A lot of the older tarot books say don't go back to the past with the 6 of cups, but I kind of feel to me the 6 of cups can be a turnaround. It can come up when we've been bumping up against an obstacle, and it can represent a gift from the universe. And the gift we usually receive with the 6 of cups is forward progress. So if you haven't been making progress, or if you've been worried too much about the small details with the mouse card, I feel like this could be you paying attention more to the bigger details, or the things that actually matter. It's popping into my head. There's actually a name for this. We call it majoring in the minors, right? And it's kind of funny because I've been helping teach YouTube class, right? And like a lot of people in the YouTube class ask, I'm not picking on these people. I'm just saying, they ask questions like, oh, when's the best time to post on YouTube? When's the best time to do this or that? When like really none of that matters. Like what would be better is for them to just create a video that is good and put it out, right? And so when we major in the minors, and trust me, I'm super guilty of doing it. It can slow us down because we're worrying about things that don't matter. And I kind of get that on the mouse card. It's like, are there, and like I said, I'm not calling you out, but are there things that you're worrying about that you just don't need to worry about, right? With the Four of Swords, you have the Page of Cups. Definitely a love offer. There's a love offer coming in for you for sure. This is like a divine counterpart for sure. I can say that with confidence here in this reading. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Look at that last row. So there's definitely a person coming in for you. Could be a water sign, which is weird because you've had a water sign. I'm pretty sure it's you that's had a water sign showing up in the readings. So you might be saying, I'd never date a water sign, but I think you would date this person. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It's a card of knowing that you know that something is for you. So again, it's kind of like that belief. It's funny that you have these two together. Nine of Wands is a card of perseverance. Seven of Wands is a card of persistence. So I kind of look at them as very similar. Perseverance and persistence are kind of one of the same. They are very similar. So I do feel it is time for you to be persistent and work persistently towards your goals. That is the thing about the mouse. Mice, they chew through walls very slowly. So, it takes them a long time to chew through a wall, but eventually they get there. And so I feel for some of you, if you have been kind of like chewing through a wall, if something has been very slow, I do see you getting ahead. Now with the Six of Cups, you have the King of Wands. Yeah, being bold, being could be a fire sign that you're attracting as well, like another fire sign. Could be a person who has fire in their, like a lot of fire in their chart or something also. But I feel for a lot of you that the King of Wands is talking about you being bold, assertive, and really going for the things that you want. We kind of already talked about this here with the Thief and the main male card. I don't think that there is necessarily a thief in your midst, but, what I would say is I feel that maybe someone from your past, it's like, did they really steal from you? I don't know. I don't know your story, obviously, but, I feel that this person, if they didn't steal something from you, I feel that the issue here is that they left you, what they stole is maybe happiness or, whatever you want to call it, but it's almost like they didn't tell you, I feel like they left you guessing, maybe that's a better way to put it. And, I think they're a thief in that sense. The thing that I think you need to realize is that they do this to everyone. I really get this. I feel like I've said this to you before, where it's like, it's giving me the energy of a person where it's like, I think what you need to realize is that they compartmentalize people. It's like, I think maybe even this, maybe or knew that this person had too many friends that they were a little too close with, right? And I feel like this person, it's like they have a person they go to Buffalo Wild Wings with. They have a person they go to the movies with. They have a person that they sleep with at night. They have another person that they, go do something else with. It's almost like that's how I see it in my head. I'm pretty sure it's you, again, that I've said this to before. I have the same thing popping into my head for you, Sagittarius. It's like that's what you dealt with. And so, again, that can definitely cause trust issues. But you have the Empress, the Seven of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. In a lot of ways, this could have made you value yourself more. And I kind of feel, it's kind of funny because I feel like you're like coming around to that, right? Where you're starting to put yourself on a pedestal. You're starting to say like, maybe you're the first person that hasn't like begged this person to stay. Like, I think this person, they basically just get a bunch of fans to follow them. And, they build up this fan base, right? Of people that become obsessed with them. But they do it with, by stealing, their time. They steal people's time. This is like a thief of time. And, I think that this person uses like tricks, like like they don't text people back right away, like they do the things that I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I hope this makes sense, but it's popping into my head, so I have to say it. But it's almost like this is a person who won't text people all day long, so that, because it's almost like they know that if they do that, that person will think about them all day, and it's like, it kind of creates like this spell where, they're like, oh my, and then when they finally text them, the person's so happy that they become obsessed with this evil thief person, right? So I hope that makes sense. But it's almost like you didn't fall for it, or you completely cut this person off. And I feel like you're seeing this person for the sad person that they actually are, and you're putting yourself on a pedestal, probably while your Empress is coming in, or your Emperor or your Empress, whatever you're into, is coming in for you. You have the Seven of Cups. Again, a lot of options. It's like someone had a lot of options here. I feel like someone had a lot of fans, but it's like these are, I think you're realizing as well that that you are not one of these people. Like, you are not one of the fans. It's like, even the people who are the fans of this person are, kind of low vibrational in their own way. Not even, criticizing those people, but maybe they have their own wounds to heal. But maybe you're realizing that you don't. Maybe you're like, no, I'm stronger than this. And I kind of feel good about this. Feels very empowering in a lot of ways. Like, I feel bad for their fans, but not for you. So I feel like you're improving. I feel like you are focusing on your options and your, things that you can improve and, all that other good stuff. And I feel this could be attracting bigger offers into your life. Doesn't even have to be love, It's like when we value ourselves, even, let's say this was a love situation. It's like when you start to value yourself, other things will improve, So like other areas of your life can improve because of this. And it looks to me like that's what's happening here. Ace of Pentacles is a big opportunity. I kind of feel like you have been, very focused on an opportunity, something that you've been working on for a very long period of time, and it's starting to grow. I say this to you every single reading, Sagittarius, so, but literally it comes up in every single reading, and you have the Six of Pentacles, you have the Empress, so it looks to me like you are growing your opportunity, like some sort of opportunity that could make you money, could be a new job, a side hustle, whatever it is that you do. With the Empress, you have the Nine of Swords. Yep, definitely need to get out of your head. Don't repeat a cycle with this person. Again, this is only for those of you that have dealt with this. Obviously, if you're in a positive relationship, this looks amazing. I think things are going to be going in a great direction. You could even, if you're in a relationship right now with a good person, you could be getting married with the Four of Wands. If you are married, then it looks like the two of you could be like taking over the freaking world here with the World card. So, again, if you're in a relationship, there's like nothing to worry about. Even if you're not in a relationship, there's nothing to worry about. Of course not. But I feel like that Nine of Swords is saying that you are ending cycles in your life. Even if this is not love, by the way, I feel like that Nine of Swords is you noticing cycles. I'll show you. Nine of Swords is a never-ending nightmare. It's like going to bed, having a nightmare, waking up, being stuck in a nightmare. And I feel like you are ending certain nightmares in your life. They might not even be nightmares, but it's like maybe you always have a habit of, ending the month with, $5 in your bank account. I feel like maybe you start saving an extra dollar. As ridiculous as that sounds, it's not. I encourage people to start small. Like, even if that means that next month you have 6 and the one after that you have 7. If you start small, eventually you will make bigger and bigger progress, So, like now is the time to do that. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Five of Swords. Yes, I feel like you cut something out here, whatever it is. For some of you, this could be a job, if like you have a job where you're not being valued or, people don't listen to you or whatever the case may be, it looks to me like you could be changing that. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the World. The world, of course, represents the world and accomplishments and achievements. I feel like you are on top of the world. You go this way. Here, you go to the World again. So in the major arcana, we start with the Fool, and we go to the World, and then we start all over again as the Fool once we get to the World, if you follow the Fool's journey. And it looks to me like you are kind of like having two journeys here, or you're accomplishing, maybe multiple things at this time. And, I feel this is making you feel like a winner, and that's probably why you're feeling like you're on top of the world. Here you go. And for your next big change, you have this card that says, you will break free from all that no longer serves you. Yes, that's what the whole last row was about. You have this media card that says, get more publicity to increase your finances. It says actress, radio host, podcast singer, model, or any mass media job. So, definitely getting attention could be good for you to step into the spotlight and get seen. Have courage to stand on the stage. So I don't think you literally have to be an actor or in media, but we are at a time of attention. I tell everybody, Pluto going into Aquarius. It is an Aquarius, but it's going to retrograde one more time into Capricorn before officially moving into Aquarius in November, but doesn't matter. It's there. So, I tell everyone, get as much attention as you possibly can. If you have a business, start a social media for it. Just start talking about it, right? Plain and simple. Even just half-assing it. Like, I encourage people to be a D student, right? I literally did a 60-day challenge that was completely free where I revealed all my secrets on YouTube, right? And in that course, I begged people. I literally said, just be a D student. A D student will be better than, what most people put out. So even if you just kind of half-ass it, just to get attention on your business or yourself or whatever, that will be enough. So there you go. You have the Emperor, the Six of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. The Emperor is about taking control and about taking the lead. So I definitely feel it would be a good time for you to take the lead in your life and to get moving towards something. So you have the Six of Pentacles, which is a card of planting seeds. And so for a lot of you, I feel that experimentation might be, good for you. I do feel we are in a time of experimentation. I tell people all the time, Nine of Wands, one of your first cards, is my card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. It's like we have to experiment. We have to try multiple things. Most of this crap we try is going to be crap. It's not going to work. But the 1%, those like 1% things that we try are going to work so well that they'll do way better than anything else we've done. Look at my channel. I literally live this. I hate when people say, do as I say, not as I do. I don't do that. I do it, right? I do the things I say. Like, look at my channel. I am constantly running experiments. Drives some people crazy, but don't care, right? And also, most of the stuff doesn't work, so I stopped doing it. But the things that do work, I do again because they work. Like this set of readings I'm doing is doing way better than my readings normally do on the weekend. So I'm probably going to do something like this again in the future because it worked, right? And it was just an experiment, just an idea that I had. So I think that when you have ideas, that you should do them, whatever the ideas are, you should at least try them, even just a little bit. And if it works, great, keep doing it, right? That's all that it requires is, doubling down on the good stuff. Obviously, the Emperor could also be an Emperor or divine counterpart coming in for you, by the way. Six of Pentacles, again, is planting seeds in a direction. So I feel for a lot of you that you are planting seeds in new directions in your life. I also feel that you're giving to something, like there's something about more fairness here, right? It's like he's giving to one but not the other on the Six of Pentacles. But, I feel like you are looking for situations in like all areas of your life where you put energy in, you get something out. If things are not fair, then I think you are cutting those situations out of your life. You have the Five of Pentacles, again, feeling left out in the cold. Again, I feel for some of you, not all of you, I think some of you, just looking at this reading, some of you could be in a relationship already. And again, I think that if you're in a relationship, it looks perfectly fine. Like I said, the two of you could be conquering the world. Like this year, starting something. You could be working together, or just being together. You could be lifting each other up. Like I said, gives me that on top of the world feeling. But if you're not, again, someone could have left you out in the cold. With the Emperor, here you go. You have the Seven of Swords here. This is lying, cheating, stealing. I would definitely be careful of a past person. For sure, especially if it was a liar, cheater, stealer. Personally, I really look at the Seven of Swords as a good card, though. It is a card of tactics. It's a golden card. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive no matter what. He is stealing those swords from an army that's in the background. So for a lot of you, there actually could be a lot more success coming in for you, not bad things. And but it kind of says, instead of going directly towards something, can you find better ways of doing, accomplishing what you want to accomplish? With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Wheel of Fortune. We see a change in your fortunes going this way here. You have the Blessed card as well, which I love. So, that looks amazing. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Three of Cups. I do feel like you could be reuniting with a person, but this is like a past life person. So again, if you are, maybe you've been feeling empty and like something is missing. And it's almost like you are finding something that you feel has been missing from your life. This could be a person, for sure. But I wouldn't say, it's not like this, right? It's like, I think when you meet the person, if you're meeting a new person, you're like, oh my God, this is like what my life has been missing. And so pretty powerful. I feel it on this Three of Cups in a big way. This doesn't even have to be love, though. This could be like a person who could help you in business, a person who could help you with your health, or, whatever the case may be. Finally here, for your next big change, you have this Blessed card and this Observer card. I feel like you are seeing the blessings. It's like you're seeing the changes. I think that if you compare yourself, I don't think we should compare anything, but if you compare like last year or even 2022 to like how things have started to go, let's say like from October, through this year. So, go back to October of 2023. I bet if you go to October till like now even, you will see that things, the numbers are going up, not just in business, but like, maybe your health is improving, or maybe your relationships are improving with everybody in your life or something. And I kind of get that energy here where, I love this Blessed card. It says there are blessings coming in for you, but I feel like you are noticing the change. You're actually seeing it. You have the World, the Four of Wands, and the Hierophant. I feel like you are feeling on top of the world, like I already said. If you are meeting a new person, you could be marrying this person. If you're with a person that you're not married to, you could be marrying a person. If you are married to a person, it looks to me like the two of you are kind of like on top of the world, like I said, or you're, kind of really power coupling it up. You're being a power couple, or you're putting the work in, right? You have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands, of course, can be marriage. The Hierophant can, of course, be marriage. Four of Wands is also a card of freedom as well. So, Sag, I definitely think you are one of the signs that should work on freedom. And what I mean by that is, if there are things that you can do that can free up your time, or that can make you feel more free, or that can make you feel like you're expressing yourself more, or that can, bring more joy and happiness into your life, I would be doing more of those things, whatever those things are. And I feel like that's what the Four of Wands is talking about. You have the Hierophant here, another card of blessings, by the way. He is making a symbol with his hands right there, which is a blessing. So I feel for a lot of you, you could be receiving, either you're receiving blessings or you are receiving a blessing in your life. And let's see what this is. With the World, are you kidding? You have the Chariot, definitely a big victory. Some of you could be moving, clearly. if you want to move, you could be moving, but I also feel you're just feeling on top of the world, like I said. Yeah, with the Four of Wands, you have the Nine of Cups. See, I think that, like, if we were to boil this reading down and make it simple, I think that this is you just putting yourself on a pedestal, like I said, like in a good way. You are actually valuing yourself, and because of that, the universe is like, well, they value themselves, so let's bring them more value, right? When we value ourselves, when we demand our value, we get it. Again, that's why I always tell people, like, don't be in a relationship with someone who cheated on you. I've had, I can't tell you how many, expert psychologists have left me comments saying, I'm a psychologist, people change, and, cheaters are not always cheaters. I'm like, it doesn't freaking matter. You're a pretty crappy psychologist if you're telling people to go back to someone who cheated on them. I don't care what you think. I don't care if you think people change or whatever. When you go back to someone that cheats, you're telling the universe, I deserve someone who cheats. So, plain and simple. Unless you're into that some sort of thing. Some people like that. So, some people like to watch their husband or their wife do whatever they do with someone else. So, again, I'm not here to judge, right? But I am judging those psychologists, those quote unquote psychologists that are pretty crappy as far as I'm concerned, right? Go back to school. It's like, yeah, where'd you go to college? PU is probably where you went, right? But anyway, rant over. So what I would say here is that it's like you are valuing yourself. And because of that, you're getting it. And again, when we put ourselves in situations where we're not being valued, we don't get anything. With the Hierophant, you have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords, like this or that thinking. Two of Swords to me is about third place solutions. It says there's a better idea here, back here on this island. So don't be afraid to tap into third place solutions, which is like other ways of doing things. And that's that. Let's see here. You have this Skull card. It says hidden secrets can harm you. I would be careful of a person who was secretive or who does have secrets. It's like who plays like 12-year-old games and things like that as well. It's like it's like I don't know, like people. I think that there are certain things that people say when they break up with us, right? That are just like, I don't know. It kind of reminds me of something like a 12-year-old would say, like there are things you don't know about me, or I'm trying to think of all the things people have said, but it doesn't matter, right? And it's like those are like hidden secrets. Like when someone says, you don't know everything. It's like, well, okay, then you're just a liar. And so I would be careful of people like that is what I'm trying to say. You have this Lion card. It says time to act. Yeah, definitely time for you to act on something. I think that, again, if there are situations where you're not being valued, looking for a better situation, as I always say, like, I would not just quit a job right now. I would get something else and then go get your job, then quit your job, but make sure you have something lined up, right? You have the Sunrise card. It says, new creative idea, new ventures, a fresh start. Yes, you are on top of the world here, Sagittarius. You have this Love card. It's a Heart card. Says love, deep affection, and caring. Clearly, it's a really good love reading. Not past love, but new love, right? You have a Stork. It says news of a birth or a new business opportunity. Yeah, I think you had this card with me recently as well. So definitely could be birthing something new. But this looks really good, Sag. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.